Uplink, but before the game starts, Ben, I know you had one more point on that CTF.
So a huge part of that CTF, which I don't think a lot of people actually caught up on, you actually heard Scumpy mention it in the Turtle Beach team chat. The player with Faze who had the flag, who was pushing green plat, ultimately fell off the map. So the flag was immediately reset. There was two players pushing him, but you heard kind of how ecstatic Scumpy was. He was like, he fell off the map, he fell off the map. Ultimately, they managed to win that game. So 2-1 up to Gaming, and so glad this is the Uplink map in this series, Bucket.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my favorite game mode and favorite game type overall. And Call of Duty esports at the moment. Comeback Uplink, always a fan favorite. A favorite of us casters as well. Nadeshot off the start is just going to loop around and flank. He just picks up one kill, but you can see the intro. It's 4-2 in terms of kills. OpTic Gaming leading the way. Nadeshot trying to carry that satellite. Big interception in glass, but Krim controlling the spawns. He is going to make sure he's got a teammate with a clear zone, and it's Formal putting it through in the first 40 seconds.
But that was all Scumpy. Everything you just saw there was Scumpy. He's 4-0 to start, and all he did was he pushed through glass, got up top yellow, and spawn trapped the hell out of Faze. They were not able to do anything. And you're going to see back-to-back 2-point plays come out of OpTic Gaming. And again, Scumpy is still alive, 6-0, looking for more kills, finally falls. But in 1 minute, OpTic Gaming 4-0, they are coming, and they want to do what they did to, I believe it was Stunner and UMG.
And there's a missed opportunity there for Krim, going for the shot through the broken glass, not able to get it out of the map, but it doesn't matter. Wins his own one-on-one. There's two more players pushing through. Weak Krim will fall. Formal was the last one up. Here's two big kills. Gets one on Iggs. Can he get the second? It's Parasite looking up top. Great juke from Formal to keep his team in it, buying them time on the rotation. And now you're going to see Krim fighting one-on-one for drone control. Krim's going to have a player right behind him, doesn't see it. Patient play paying off here for Parasite and Iggs.
And what Faze really needs to do right now is have Slasher control that glass side with that bow. That's going to be the key, because Formal running a mock 7-3, just destroying Faze and locking down glass side. As Slasher trying to get control of it, but he just can't this time. Crimsix with the bow holding it down, and if you hold down that glass side with the bow and you have someone with the SMG push up towards Faze's base and spawn trap, it's not looking good for Faze.
Krim waiting for the push, not going to be able to stay alive. Nadeshot with this satellite drone, waiting to see what will Scump be able to do. Scump falls, so Nade knows he's got to go for the play, can't get it out. Here comes the push. Iggs is going to lead the charge. Look for the player through the middle. That's Parasite to loop around on the flank as well. Iggs with the first entry kill, gets a second. That was actually Parasite on the other side, going to get it, and he can't keep the rally alive. It's going to be Slasher, last man standing. He's got to set up defensively. OpTic with control once again.
And once again, you have to know that drone's going to head over towards glass side of your Faze. You need to wrap around as quickly as you possibly can and try and win those gunfights over there. It's going to be Crimsix who has it. Looks like he's just going to drop it, pick it back up, replenish that uplink armor that you receive, and now he's last man alive. He's going to have to try and win a gunfight here, but no, accidentally picked up the drone. Somehow still alive. Pulls out his gun. I thought he was going to do the dirty and pick up the kill, but not able to do so. Enable now with the drone for Faze.
Yeah, Parasite's going to cut down low. You see a teammate, that Slasher up top. Enable with your objective. Going to try and push it forward. Does he go for the one-point play?
You have to with your Faze at this point.
And no interception, but no score. Satellite drone still down. Krim can't get it out of the map. Scump going to try and rush over. Nice teamwork here. Iggs is going to be too slow for the rotation, and they will get that one out on the reset. OpTic holding strong with their 4-0 lead. Really established that in the first minute and a half. Since then, a very quiet game.
Yeah, and that's because, Faze have emphasized this glass side. You see Parasite just setting up over here, but not allowing OpTic Gaming to just kind of control that side too much. However, OpTic definitely in control of this game when you look at it as a whole.
Ben, following the update, is there a preferred side to this map? Is there a favored side?
It's interesting you asked me that, because me and Rambo had the same discussion. We were kind of like, no. With the new spawns, it's both sides can be as equal as possible. Crimsix is going to be able to run another 2-point play. OpTic Gaming 6-0 in the lead. Minute 20 seconds left. And just going back to that original point, the new updated green spawn just makes it so much more fair as opposed to when the game was first out.
So this is going to be very interesting. I mean, if Faze is losing 6-0 on a favored, and there's no favored side,
I mean, you can still
too.
argue that there is a favorite side, but personally, from seeing all season 1, etc. After that update, it was pretty.
Scump is the best, he says, and Nadeshot is going for the jam, cut short. Krim there for the rebound, and he's gonna put it through just in time. Formal still in the base, causing problems. That's a big kill from Parasite to clear the way. Slasher and Iggs charging out. You got Iggs leading the charge down low, and Parasite here with the ASM-1 is out of overclock, so look for someone else to run this objective. It's going to be Iggs if he can get this next kill.
And this kind of shows you how important that S&D really was. Just to go back to that for Faze. OpTic Gaming in respawn are so difficult to beat. Obviously, Faze won that first hard point, yeah. But how often are they going to be able to do that realistically? It required a phenomenal performance from Slasher, putting up 45 kills. And if they win that S&D, the series would be very different right now.
This is such a tough game so far. If you get 10 points, we're going to an automatic round end. And that's not going to happen by the looks of it unless Krim gets his second kill. And here we go. 8-0 at the half. What a start here from OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, they're in full control of this game. Faze need just to kill. It's as simple as that. They need to lock down that glass side. I mean, look at the kills for OpTic Gaming. Krim, Formal, Scump, all 17 kills. That's ridiculous thing. Nate is 4-14, I would like to point out. But it doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't make a difference. He's triple neg, yes, so what? His teammates all have 17 kills.
Yeah, I bet you at least 6 of those deaths are while carrying a satellite drone. So
without a doubt.
We'll see what's going to happen on the other side. I want to see a Game 5. Send me another round 11 S&D. Faze, can they clutch up here inside number 2? Down 8 points. Looking to get it going off the break. You got Crim6, though, shutting down glass. Drone is out, and that was a 1-point play for OpTic Gaming. Krim set up to get another one and pass it up to his teammates.
Oh, this game's probably going to be over if they can continue spawn trapping Faze like that. You know, and when you're in OpTic Gaming's position, you know, you go into the half at 8-0. All you need to do is go for 1-point throws. That is it. Keep the pressure on the opposition. Keep increasing that score because it's going to be, you know, so difficult for Faze to keep going for those 2-point plays. As Nate with the drone actually jukes out someone. And again, I'd like to see him just go for 1 here. Doesn't even need to go for 2. Probably going to get it if he can jump over it. Does so. 12-0.
This is a massacre, Ben.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
This is, it's just such an incredible performance. Formal, 23 kills. Krim, almost double positive. He's +8 right now with 5 uplinks in this game. Scump just melting everything. I showed you the Faze viewpoints, and you can see just how quickly they're being taken down. Scump went for the drone there, wasn't able to get it out. Instead, he's just going to continue to move around the map and pick up kills. Krim in front of him, charging in, leading the way. You got Formal with the drone. Unfortunately, Formal cut down from the side. Krim will get the kills. Nade shot going to try and cut off Aches here, but Aches making a run. This could be the first score of the game here for Faze Red. 2 players from OpTic pushing in. He tries to juke in, and it works out as he gets the first dunk. But Ben, they still need 5 more, and that's just to tie it up.
And 1 player from OpTic Gaming actually went for the rotation all the way around the side. That was actually Crim6, and Faze could actually start running a relay. Arguably should have gone for 2 there when you know OpTic Gaming going to be spawning out towards green, but they're going to have to try and slay another wave out. 3 minutes left, 9-point game. Slasher has control of the drone, but a player spawns over at glass. Somehow he's managed to get away, but drone falls. Parasite needs to pick it up, and you need 2-point plays. I can't emphasize that enough. If you're Faze right now, 1-point throws, not going to do it.
I was questioning it at first, Ben, and then I looked at the mini-map. They talked about it. They wanted Parasite to be able to slay up there with Enable. It paid off as they were able to convert a second, but they're down big. They need to keep control of Yellow. Currently, they've lost it. Aches has to wait for his teammates to get back on the map before trying to push this forward. The spawns come in. He is pinched. Krim melting from one end. Nade shot on the back end as OpTic is now primed for another score.
Aches has left that drone in a horrible position for his teammates, and Scubby's going to pick that up and just throw it. We'll get the 1-point play, 13-5 now, and you know, if you're Aches and everyone dies, you have to throw that out of bounds. You have to. Just reset the drone, allow your teammates to get some control of the map once again.
Parasite trying to move it up glass. He's cut down. Slasher now with the bow needs to go to work. He has been the backbone of this team all weekend long. So far in this game, getting outslayed. Something very rare that we see from him, but only OpTic Gaming can put this much pressure on you. Nade shot only at 11 and 20. He doesn't need the kills. He's going for the scores. He's got his teamates surrounding him.
He doesn't even need to go for the score. Just keep possession of the drone at this point. As long as you have the drone and Faze don't, Faze can't score. It is as simple as that. And now putting some pressure back out. He's throwing the drone under the enemy base. Could actually get 2 kills here. Nacho with the 3-piece. Picks up the drone. And the goal! Denied at the very end.
Krim back at home, but you got Formal putting it in. No big deal, Nade. I got your back. Krim and Scump continuing to light up the right side. You got Scump behind enemy lines. Nice turn on there by Slasher as he picks up 2, but Nade shot still with control of the objective.
Minute 25 left in this game. Faze running out of time. It's fair to say down 10 points. They're going to need the relay of their life if they're going to have any chances. It's all going to start with green control. Aches picking up 1 kill, but there's going to be another play there. Krim cleans him up, and if I'm OpTic Gaming, I'm picking up that drone. I'm throwing it out of bounds.
1 minute and 7 seconds. OpTic Gaming trying to make a statement in here, trying to end it with a 10-point round. And you're going to see Scump go for another 1-point play, 16-5. A huge lead going into our last minute.
Look at the kills. Krim 30, Formal 31. Scump not too far behind at 28. Faze have tried to keep up, 29, 23, 24. It's not as big of a gap as you would think when you've seen that kill feed moving, but Faze just not able to go for those 2-point plays when they needed to, and it all came down to that glass control. Formal and Krim did such a good job of locking it down.
Not just glass control, but really total map control. Whenever they want to push, they just surge forward with 3 members slaying the way. And you're going to have Scump chasing down the carrier. It's going to be Parasite cut down on the roof. Slasher nowhere near it, neither is Aches, and that was really the last opportunity you're going to see from Faze Red to go for a score. OpTic's going to let that satellite reset, and you already have a player waiting for it. Krim 6 is just going to pick this one up as it drops and take it out of the map. That's going to do it. OpTic Gaming here in your winners bracket finals, locking it up here in game number 4 as they secure the first spot in the NA Championship final.
Yeah, fantastic performance from all of the guys throughout that series. You know, excited to see if Faze can try and come back, put themselves in that grand final, because it's not over for them. They go down into that losers bracket final, which will be played on later on today.
What a performance from OpTic Gaming. You can see the players crossing the stage to shake hands. Let's send it down to our analysts. Guys, close it out for us. What went right there for OpTic Gaming and what went wrong for Faze Red on Comeback Uplink?